Hello, Expandong. How you doing, dude?
We're gonna do a very annoying segment. Your favorite segment. My favorite segment.
All right. Now I just
Everyone's favorite segment. It's the Rekieta Law DSP Reacts segment as reacted to by me, Ding, 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 SP reacting to DSP reacting to Rekieta. Now, I more or less got the summary of what he's gonna do and say. I asked Tevin how he felt about it, and the answer Tevin gave me was more or less what I expected Tevin to say, in like a timeline where I was present in the stream listening to him react to it in real time. A lot of the comments I've been reading in the illicit clips comments, they're obviously biased against Rekieta. Everyone's giving DSP the crown in those comments. Mega biased. Reactions elsewhere seem to say, mostly calling out the hypocrisy of DSP here. I do think Rekieta deserves a feltoning. Rekieta is nowhere near the starlet that he once was. I think he does deserve a little talking down to. Even if it has to come from DSP, who is obviously not the right messenger to be delivering such a message. So we'll see what DSP has to say, and you know, if I feel like I have anything to say, I'll say it. And thank you, GPM, for the 15 stream watch streak. Oh boy, this is the segment you guys been waiting for, right? This 15-minute diatribe. DSP reacts Rekieta Law, Dear John. That is the title of the video. It's more like a. It is the infamous name referring to the clip that DSP will be watching. May 5th, 2024.
All right. Now I just want to preface the next video. Okay. Sure. This next video is of a YouTuber who is a lawyer.
Nick Rekieta?
But he makes content streaming as well as videos on demand.
Wait, the way he said lawyer. Yeah. I looked away for just a second, but I heard how he said that, and I was like, you know what? Let me rewind that.
This video is of a YouTuber who is a lawyer.
He literally is a lawyer. We went over. I had to watch that Rekieta segment like I don't know how many times, but I critiqued it at least twice already on stream. We already understand what DSP was trying to do with that segment. He was trying to sneak this Rekieta. Rekieta is literally a lawyer. You can look him up on the bar. Now, of course, he is a specific type of lawyer where he's not always in the courtroom. His job is to prevent you from going to a courtroom to help you in your case before it goes to court. His job is to not just stand up there in court and represent you. Now, sadly, DSP is the kind of person who thinks only one type of lawyer exists, despite having like a tax attorney help him out with his taxes. Anyway, back to video.
But he makes content streaming as well as videos on demand.
It's like thinking like, oh yes, you're a lawyer, so you have literally no other time on your hands. You're just always in quote unquote in the office doing law stuff. We're like in a post-COVID world, even lawyers can work from home, sir.
The reason that I know of this YouTuber is
Rekieta's just not a Rekieta can't be a person.
I mean, apparently, I don't know because
he's just always doing legal
before,
stuff.
Okay.
Never seen this guy before, but how long does he stay on this image? Doesn't know who Rekieta is, but has like a 4-minute 30-second preamble. Let me hear that one more time, because I may have some stuff on hand to debunk this point.
As well as videos on demand. The reason that I know of this YouTuber is because apparently, I don't know because I've never seen this guy before. Okay.
Never seen this guy before. I don't know if that's true, guys. You know, I may have something to debunk this. Let me keep listening to him.
Apparently about 4 years ago when I was going through my bankruptcy.
Yeah, DSP thinks everyone has to babysit their uploads like him. Does Rekieta even do like informative law videos anymore? I don't think he does. His Rumble contract expired, so I think he just streams every other day on Rumble and YouTube.
He was covering my bankruptcy. I just want you to think about that.
Everyone did.
Someone covering someone else's bankruptcy as content on the internet.
Review Tech covers dead people.
Okay. Figure that out. That is
figure
something
that
that's
out.
supposed
The
to
stuff
be
you react to on this fucking show. As if you're above anything.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I was
aware
of it.
He had my haters on.
He
had fucking LSB, right? He tried to get Tevin on.
Daily talking about me, daily going over my personal shit.
It was for like a week. Get over yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
He had Josh on your show. I know Rekieta had Josh on his show, and Josh ball washes for you like every day now.
Which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's just kind of messed up, I guess.
It's
content. It was
Now,
content like 4 years ago for him.
Had many
It
interactions.
was content for him 4 years ago, and he never went back and made any other DSP content. Really, he kind of stayed out of the Gallosphere. The only reason anybody knows or cares about this guy is because he was always sector adjacent. He was always IVS sphere adjacent. He didn't really have that much crossover with the Gallosphere. But when he does, you know, my dumbass was there to look at it.
With the guy, I remember that at the time a lot of people had said that he was basically being very harmful to me, always saying awful things about me.
Not really.
And he was shocked that my bankruptcy
Definitely
was
not a criminal. Like that fucking
Shows
Tevin
how
guy.
much he probably knew about bankruptcy law, right? And then,
I guess.
after the fact of that, okay,
Different types of legal areas to be an expert in.
Something else happened where people were like impersonating me on the internet and trying to hit people with false copyright strikes on all kinds of content. Apparently it was happening on YouTube, it was happening on Twitter.
You guys
And
know
at
I wouldn't do
time,
that,
this was
right?
the first time that it ever happened. This
Oh, they'll
happened,
pull
like,
up that
tons of
video
times
where I
over
show
the
I
years.
struck down super
But
crazy.
basically, I came out publicly and I said, it's not me.
It's not me,
I'm
guys.
not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
You know,
you guys know me.
I don't know
would
why
not do
people
that.
would think it's me. I don't do that kind of shit. And, you know, if anyone is in the process of trying to get their content fixed,
Legal
you need to
YouTuber
make a
covering a
statement
legal proceeding?
or
Yeah,
whatever.
real
If
strange.
It's not
Yeah.
me, it's fake.
It makes no
I will
sense.
do that. You know,
It's like DSP, the alleged gamer, covering gamer news? That's like, huh? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why? Are you covering game news, dude? It's so fucking weird. So bizarre.
if you get a lawyer and you're trying to contact YouTube and be like, I want my channel back, these are all false strikes and things. Phil didn't do it.
Yes, the false
I will
strikes.
attest to that. Whether it's I'll write a document or I talk with a YouTube representative, whoever it is, I will tell them it's not me. You should release those immediately.
You should
Apparently, because of
re.
that, he gained respect for me, and he actually at one point wrote me a private YouTube DM and basically said, hey, just so you know, I'd heard so many bad things about you through your detractor community.
Wonder how paraphrased this
Seeing
is.
you respond to the situation like that, I actually have gained a lot of respect for you. And so
Now, I'm gonna say this probably sounds like Rekieta trying to swoosh on it and get in his good graces, kind of like how DSP was trying to get into Rich Review Tech's good graces after his daughter went to the hospital. Remember that? That was very disgusting of DSP to do.
in the future, maybe
But DSP's gonna LARP like he's above Rekieta or something just because Rekieta's like a drunk. Never mind that DSP drunk for years. But don't worry, I've been spoiled a little bit. I hear he brings up his own alcoholism because it would be massive hypocrisy if DSP didn't mention that he got drunk all the time. It's not like he brings it up every single DSP throwback stream about I was totally drunk when I was doing this playthrough. I didn't even remember what was going on. There's like so many DSP throwback. If you like go through the uploads on that channel, like there are so many parts where it's like drunken rage, drunken madness, drunk this, drunk that.
would do something together if you ever need help.
It's kind of like that's like a preemptive cope, I feel, for all the humor that's in the videos themselves.
with law or something like that. And I was like, yeah, okay. Now I don't care. I'm never
Of course, the DSP doesn't understand when people try to play to his ego. Why do you think Mike Bloom was able to go to his fucking house? Yet he acts like he's so smart. Like, listen to him here. Like, listen to here. Rekieta tries that shit on him, and he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we're never gonna do that. I don't fucking care about you, man. Tries to act like he's above it, but he still fell for it. He fell for the Rekieta swoosing. Hey, big up to Roachbait. Welcome in, Roachbait.
respond to the situation like that. I actually
Whoa, stop the presses. Speaking of black criminals named Tevin, there's one right here. It's Almighty Tevin, the guy himself. I was just talking about you, Tevin. Tevin, I'm finally reacting to the segment in question. I can't believe it. I'm already like a fifth of the way in, and I am already debunking the nonsense. Okay, so Tevin, since you're here, I actually have some shit to debunk. And now that Tevin is here, specifically because Tevin is here, I can pull this up. Hopefully we can rely on the dingus the random audio files. So Tevin, do you recall in this clip, DSP just said he doesn't know who Rekieta is and he's never seen any of Rekieta's content? I can actually debunk that potentially in real time. So if we go to the dingus IBS sphere folder, yes! DSP caught watching Nick Rekieta, dated May 6, 2020. I'm glad I saved this. May 6, 2020. Hey, May 6, 20, that's 4 years to the day. That's 4 years to the day. Wow. It's funny how things happen. Yeah, funny how things play out. All right, but this video was going around. If you recall that time frame, that's around the initial spat between Rekieta and DSP for the bankruptcy stuff. Now you may be wondering what's in this video that that Dingus decided to save 4 years ago. That's a good question. So this is the pre-stream slideshow, as you can see. Still the same ass slides as he has now. He still didn't figure out how to do outline text on his tips tracker. He's figured it out now. And still hasn't figured out how to fix the slides. All right, but let's listen to the reason why I saved this.
Oh, fuck you. Not you, this guy. Not when you. I started this.
What? What was that? What was that? What? Dingus, roll that back. Dingus, rewind that.
Guy over here. This guy. Oh, fuck you.
Loop that one more time.
Oh, fuck you. Not you, this guy. Not when you. I started this guy.
Okay. He plays the video on desktop audio because he's a fucking moron, and then realizes that he has desktop audio on, then quickly pauses the video in embarrassment. Yes, that was a Nick Rekieta DSP video that was going around that particular week, and DSP opened it by accident during the pre-stream, and it started to play. Ah, yes.
Over here, this guy.
And I thought it was pertinent enough to save.
Not you, this guy. Not when you. I started this guy.
And now I'm going to keep this forever, just in case he wants to argue in the possible future that he doesn't know who the hell Nick Rekieta is. I also have this, but I think most people have seen this.
Someone who's been making fun of me on the internet for months with, you know, videos that are not only insulting but prying to my personal life with very insulting thumbnails on the videos to get clickbait, and someone who then, after months and months of doing this, now contacts me on Twitter and says, we want to come on my show. Fuck no, you idiot. You've been fucking defaming me for
give me your
months.
mailing
Why
address,
the fuck would
idiot?
I go on your show now, you stupid idiot? It's like people are so Kevin's fault that they don't realize that once you've insulted someone for endless time, now you grease me on my show? No, I'll piss in your mouth. How about that? Fuck you. I'm not going to deal with that stupid shit.
Now, sadly, I don't have the particular Nick Rekieta video on hand that DSP was listening to in the first clip. But I can tell you with the Dingus Scout's promise, Scout's honor here, that it was in fact a DSP related video. It was I think it was the Rekieta reaction to DSP winning the bankruptcy, I believe. But I don't have that video on hand. But if you look that up, that is exactly how that video opens. So DSP had heard all the hubbub that Rekieta was giving to his bankruptcy W, and he had to check that out. And of course, the time frame works out too. If you look at it, May 2020, it was like right after the bankruptcy happened. Yeah, that's the small little Dingus field trip. I'm glad I still have that video saved. I'm never gonna delete it now. Yeah, he did a couple of bankruptcy videos and live streams too. One with Jersh, one with LSB, and he had another person on too. I forget who it was.
We gained a lot of respect.
I think it was Proper.
For you. And so in the future, maybe we would do something together if you ever need help with law or something like that. And I was like, yeah, okay. Now I don't care. I'm never going to do that. Right?
Ah, yes. Big man Burnell here.
Massive
like, that's
ego. The only interaction I ever really had from this guy. Okay. So I have absolutely
outright
no
incorrect,
clue
but
whatsoever. All right. If he's ever talked about me again in any capacity.
Like we actually, I'm really glad I played the second clip because that shows you the interaction where Rekieta asks DSP to come on his show and he tells him to fuck off.
To be honest, I don't care. As you know, I don't follow people who talk shit about me on the internet. I don't care. They all have this at some point.
I just don't care.
All right. So now what I've heard is that
when does he not come out with, like, you know, when people begged him to make fun of review tech and he was like, you know, I only wish the best for everybody, you know, like I'm not really gonna dance on his grave or anything, you know, I don't have a good day when Rich has a bad day, so I'm not gonna like take pride in his failures or anything like that. No, I only want the best for Rich. Rekieta has something like that too. Rekieta will say he wishes for you to get $1 million. It's like it's a total Vince move. Vince McMahon.
In the last several years,
I'm not a misery broker, man.
Basically, this guy, at least in the public eye, has gone on a downward spiral, and a lot of people like.
Are you gonna dance on his grave?
Basically,
are you gonna wish him the best?
And say he's a lol cow now.
He is.
4 years ago,
it's sad,
I don't think that was
true.
the case, right? So I don't know what's changed. Again, I don't follow the guy.
I'm sure you can relate.
Someone submitted a video saying, basically, this video kind of outlines how this guy is now.
and shows why so many people negatively think about it. All right. Now,
Negatively
I don't know if this video is a fair representation or not. I'm approaching it from a very neutral standpoint. It very well.
It's a troll video on a detractor channel. It's on Alyssa Clips. Now, if you don't know Alyssa Clips, big ups to Alyssa Clips. Essentially, Rekieta's very own Snort Burnell. There's like 10 Alyssa Clips videos a day. Now, that's an exaggerated figure, but I'm just saying 10 to say that there are a lot of Alyssa Clips videos every single day uploaded specifically about Rekieta. This would be equivalent to Rekieta or Ralph of the casino watching like a duty video or something, which is something that has happened before in the past. I was watching like a Snort Burnell video making fun of DSP. Would DSP be okay with that? I don't think he would be. Would DSP say it's like an accurate representation? Is DSP going to acknowledge in this video that it's a troll video, a detractor video, potentially taken out of context and warped by the title and description to imply that it's worse than it actually is? Maybe. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Now, I am aware that the Rekieta clip in question is, in fact, Rekieta's worst moment on stream. Probably in, like, the history of ever. But you still got to keep that context in mind, that it's on a troll channel, and it's presented in a way that is obviously supposed to make you not like Rekieta. Which shouldn't be, it even really shouldn't be like that, because even without the context of it being on a troll channel or having a troll title or a troll description, you should just be naturally disposed to not like Rekieta as a result of his own actions in that video.
Well, could be an incredible, unfair video cut in a way to make this guy look bad. I just want to watch it at face value.
Okay, he acknowledges that.
Apparently, it's a really long video. I'm not going to watch the whole thing.
Apparently.
Maybe we'll watch some of the beginning and zoom in,
Pre-screened
fast
it, didn't
forward
you?
and see some more of it. But I want to try to approach it from a fair.
This is a very lengthy foundation and history segment for a guy who says he doesn't know anything about this guy. Huh?
Respect it. Okay.
Your non-existent perspective.
see
Your
what they
perspective
say,
should be non-existent because you say you don't know anything about this guy. This guy you were caught listening to on a pre-stream.
Some of these kiwi farmers. Some of these commentators.
The first thing he said is kiwi farmers. That's not good. Like, he would be talking about kiwi farms and kiwi farmers. That's not good.
Well, you just said it, Phil, so I guess you felt it yourself.
Here we go. That's fun. Not only
can we pick go kiwi farmers?
Do I know their failures? Do I know their social security checks? Do I know their inability to even contact their own family for help? Do I know their desire to leave their own state?
What?
Oh man. Oh man, I cannot fucking.
This really is Rekieta's worst. Like, I can't stress this enough. Rekieta was on like some drunken rant. He was raving, stark raving mad. This story is about the time a kiwi farmer came up to him. Came up to him like in reality. No, he had Rekieta's number and was suicidal, or at least LARPing like he was suicidal, and came to Rekieta like to help. He was like coming to Rekieta for like advice to like keep him from walking off the edge. And Rekieta was like A-logging him, which absolutely should not be the thing to do. If anything, you should say, don't text me because I'm a YouTuber, I'm not a psychiatrist. And you should just block him, or just block him outright. So you don't have to have any responsibility in this because you don't even know who this person is. This person claiming they are suicidal, who happens to be from Kiwi Farms. Like, come on. They're obviously, possibly, potentially, maybe doing this to get a reaction out of you. So that you can then, like, so that they can say that they got a reaction out of you. And then, like, you can have a rant about it on stream, acting like you're a cocky motherfucker who, like, A-logged the Kiwi farmer. And then, like, clips can be made about it. And these clips then have comment sections that make fun of you even more for, like, mocking a guy who was allegedly suicidal. It's like you're walking into the trap, Rekieta. You fell for my trap card, moron.
Imagine being in the place.
114 mentions of the farms by Phil. Earliest was 2017.
Has to go
Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms. I still remember when he went on that rant. Kiwi Farms. You're talking about Kiwi Farms.
Beg for a shred of attention. Say, please, Rackets. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh man.
He sounds shit-faced, does he not?
No, he looks
The words of
shit-faced.
Rekieta, is it Rekieta? I don't know how to even say his name.
Rekieta?
Some of these Kiwi farmers, dear John. It's 28 minutes. There's no effing way I'm watching this for 28 minutes. But dude, he sounds very drunk. Is this true?
Oh, I'm not sure, Joe
People are
Blah.
saying, yeah, Cheetah Man says Nick gets drunk on stream a lot.
Only one of his top donators I knew of, because I would always hear their name get called out whenever I watched his streams, was Mario Carter 13. And now that is a name I regularly see in illicit clips comments. Pick up Skokie, I'm doing good.
It's Rekieta? Okay. All right. All I'm going to say is
What are you gonna say?
All right, I'm gonna say this very.
You really
plain.
shouldn't say anything because you don't know who this guy is. Again, it's weird that he prefaces that this is a video that's obviously on a troll channel with a troll title, and it's clipped in such a way that makes Rekieta look bad. How many times have we had like a DSP reviewing like a troll video or just talking about the trolls, and then he'll talk about like he'll obviously be talking about Homology, how Homology does videos where it's like oh, it's just like out of context clips, and then he'll pull up like clips from ancient clips from like the Twitch era millions of years ago, and they'll be spliced in order to like he's the one hypnotizing the audience, he wants you to feel a certain way. Like, how is that not exactly what's being done here to Phil to make him think a certain way about Rekieta? Which just aligns with how he already feels about Rekieta in most things in life, which is that he doesn't care about him. He doesn't know about him, and guess what? He doesn't care either.
Lee,
Here, Arcadius.
I strongly recommend against ever getting drunk on
I did
stream
GPM.
at all. All right, I've been doing this for
well.
16 years.
Like, again, it would be very hypocritical for DSP to even go on this tangent without mentioning his own alcoholism.
And early on in my
Like Adam said, you
when
gotta
I
beat
was
your demons,
popular
dude.
Back in the day.
Ah, yes, the
yes,
heyday.
there were some times when I would drink because I wasn't streaming. I would just drink and do gameplay videos. I mean, a Fallout 3 playthrough right now that's uploading to my DSP throwback channel is a testament to that.
Nice
You could
segue
see
while you're
in
shitting on this
part, I'm
dude.
slurring my
Nice
words.
advertising
I'm
segment.
getting lost in the sewers, right? And it basically doesn't help anything, okay? Today, I'm a live streamer. I do not recommend at
Kind of
all
flexes this over
anyone
Rekieta.
drink on
Now
a
you don't
stream.
drink?
You can say
Okay.
things you don't mean. You can lose your good judgment, right?
Okay, so he says you say things you don't mean while you're drunk, but he's totally gonna judge Rekieta in the next couple of minutes. Cause like, dude, this goes on for like another 10 minutes. Yeah, he's totally gonna be judging Rekieta. Like, why even say this part?
And that's why some people say to me, well, why don't you just drink on streams? I will not do that.
You do.
Now, if it were a special event, like a marathon
Oh,
event,
yeah, it doesn't
and I
count.
have a freaking,
But Rekieta does it every
mojito
night,
or
so
a
it's like
Mai Tai
worse.
Or,
I mean,
you
that's the
know,
truth.
a shot
It is
every
worse
once
if it's
in a
every night.
while. That's a little different. It's more of a
Oh, yeah, it's
controlled
totally
environment.
different because it's
I
what you do.
do not recommend anyone gets into a habit of drinking on a stream. I just think it's a terrible business. It's a bad idea. It's going to lead to bad things. It sounds to me like that's
I don't know. When
what's going on
Seven
in this
takes
video,
shots, it's
right?
fun.
So I guess we'll see.
Well, DSP did say shots. He said shots are a little bit different.
Hey, it's embarrassing. I love you. My family hates me. I
Hey,
can't
Magic
do
Goatee.
a job. I'm so mentally handicapped. I can't do anything.
I'm semi-blind reacting to this,
My name is Joff.
staring at the corner demons. It's
I
like he's
wanna do-
staring at Phil almost.
wanna
He's like,
die.
what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of my fucking troll clip.
I want to put a bullet in my mouth, but I can't afford a gun. Texting me this, by the way. I'm like, hey, holy shit, brother, you want to kill yourself? Like, that's not good. No,
Okay.
I just die.
I mean, what, dude? First of all, he's talking to someone on Kiwi Farms. Why? He's having a personal relationship with people who are on Kiwi Farms. You've already.
Well, I don't think that was implied or confirmed. I didn't look too into whether it was even a Kiwi farmer or not. If Rekieta's information is out there, presumably it would be on Kiwi Farms, and presumably his number would be included. So that's how the Kiwi farmer got that information, and maybe decided to troll him from there. I don't fucking know, man.
already failed.
This assumes like off the bat that it's a parasocial relationship with Kiwi Farms because Rekieta talked about his bankruptcy like 4 years ago. Therefore, Rekieta's like best friends with Josh Knoll, right?
You've already
Clearly doesn't watch Jersh's show every week now.
made the hugest mistake you'll ever make in your life. To associate with anyone on that website, there's no one who
Yeah,
is
these
a
people drink if
rational
you charge them
thinking
$100.
human who's on that site.
Well, at least that used to be
everyone on
how it
there's
worked.
twisted and broken. No one normal would ever be on Kiwi Farms.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone knows it's a vile site of just
yeah?
terrible people who want to hurt others.
Really?
There's no other reason to be on Kiwi Farms.
Interesting.
So you've already failed. Why on earth do you have that?
Why?
Why does someone have your number and they're texting you from
Maybe
Kiwi
they have his
Farms,
information.
right?
Maybe they have his information like they have your fucking information. Weren't people calling you up? Were they calling up Ket's place? I don't fucking know. Didn't Ket's resume get fucking leaked? I remember when that happened. Why? Like you called them a locale, didn't you? So you obviously understand that they had that they're looking into him and laughing at him now. They're poking fun at him just like they poke fun at you. So why wouldn't they have this information? I think it's very disingenuous to assume that he was just pals with this guy and they were like best friends. This parasocial relationship between ... a Kiwi farmer and Nick Rekieta, a Kiwi farmer from a website that now hates the Nick Rekieta and probably really didn't like him that much to begin with anyway.
This is insanity already. This has already gone way down
got
the
it.
wrong direction, in my opinion.
I mean, probably,
Just let
but
it play, man.
seriously, no.
Start
it's
skipping.
not
I want to
good.
see you start skipping.
Can you buy an Uber and go to the hospital? No, I can't afford an Uber. You can't afford an Uber. Like $8. You can't afford one. Why? I was Social Security because we use some piece of shit. But I'm so successful. Oh man, that's
I like how people call them flying monkeys now, BR Joe. But that's the thing people need to. I guess I would like if that spread around more, like the understanding that it's not really DSP that does a lot of this informing. It's the people in his mod Discord server that do it. Now I don't know if fans are in there. I've only ever seen like clear-cut evidence of mods being in there, but I could totally see people like the Slayer and King Goken and Madara just running this shit by him. It's why sometimes the DSP will talk about shit like this. He'll say he doesn't know anything about Rekieta and then give you all of Rekieta's history in 4 minutes, just by saying he personally doesn't know anything about Rekieta. It's not because, well, it could be because he's lying. It could be because he's lying, or he's relaying information given to him by a third party. The third party being like fucking King Goken. I'm gonna say King Goken specifically because he's the motherfucker that's always going to everyone's restream chats and like wanting to be a part of it, despite obviously being on the pro DSP side. It was like a civil war.
fucking embarrassing. Man.
I pause it?
Embarrassing, right? I'm such a piece of shit. My family hates me. Nobody loves me. I'm just gonna kill myself. You're messaging me. You're texting a fucking YouTuber. Holy, oh my god, man, that's embarrassing.
What's up with those ceiling cats?
Right, John? You're
Right?
texting me, and I say, I'm like, holy shit, please don't kill yourself. First of all, you can't afford the bullets. You've already expressed that. You can't afford the hardies that would kill you either.
Rekieta was so on one, man.
An Uber to the hospital. You're texting me.
Dude, I'm not gonna front. That would probably be funny if like PvP said it.
Tagging.
Like if that was just off the cuff, apropos of nothing. Like if PvP said that about Boogie. If PvP said that about Boogie, like Boogie couldn't afford the bullets because he's broke, he lost all his money in crypto, or Boogie couldn't get the bullets because he ate them already, or Boogie can't afford hardies because he's like, I'd probably laugh. I'm not gonna front.
Please. Oh man, I'm spiraling.
Dave
Don't
isn't
kill me.
smiling,
Don't let me
but
kill myself.
it looks like he is.
I'm like, why?
This, I mean, geez, this is his content. This is what he makes, huh? He gets drunk and he goes on these crazy.
Dude, did you just hear? Did I not just say? Did I not just say that like this is a like DSP understands this is a troll clip, the tractor clip of Rekieta, the tractor clip out of context. DSP went in with this understanding, and now is judging all of Nick's content by this one quote unquote out of context clip. Again, I wouldn't say this out of context. It really is just Rekieta's worst moment, but that's all it is. Rekieta doesn't have a moment like this every fucking night. It's pretty disingenuous for DSP to broad brush this as all of Rekieta's content. Pretty nonsensical. He does get drunk every night. Pretty fair to say that. I don't think he has like a segment like this every night, even as someone that doesn't watch him anymore. That would be like if he said, I don't know, every fucking stream, Dingus cries about not being able to make it to Elite Smash. Every Tevin stream is just the New Year stream from that one year. Every Ann stream is him crying about how he doesn't want to watch DSP stuff and just wants to play games and watch anime and not have to do work. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to use those examples, but hey, I talked about myself as well. We're infallible humans. We're not perfect. You know, everyone has a bad day, and Rekieta's no stranger to that. It's just that recently Rekieta has a lot of bad days, like a combo meal of bad days. But even then, I would still say DSP is being almost actively disingenuous here. Like I think he's saying this while still understanding that his mind is being warped by the presentation that Illicit Clips has here for him, and I think that's super lame. But yeah, it's okay to have a bad day. I would just say, if you have a bad day as a result of like something that happens in the middle of a stream and you can't really save it, like that's one thing. Generally, if I feel bad about something, I probably just wouldn't boot up at all. But again, like it's not like advice for every streamer, and you know every person is different. But you know, I kind of live by the philosophy. Yes, the philosophy. I'm using the Phil word. I live by the philosophy that, you know, you come to a stream, you just want to chillax. You don't want trauma dumping. You don't want to hear about someone's woes. You know, they're gonna be like a time and place for that shit, but it shouldn't be like every day. You come here to unwind. You don't come here to, you don't want to hear about my problems. I felt like I ran into that a lot during the first year of Dingus existence, where I was always crying about the old store, which is why, you know, ever since leaving there, I kind of just don't talk about that shit anymore, because it's not really, like, it's not worth your time to hear that from me. You got your own shit to worry about. You don't need to hear it from me. So, and again, I feel like it'd be hypocritical of me to cry about DSP bringing his own personal life into his content and making that a part of his business, and then like me doing the same here. Now, even though like I don't make this like my main thing, whereas it's DSP's main thing, but you know, it's just so people can't even argue that, I try not to do that. But again, you know, time and place. You know, sometimes you have a truly bad day, and you need to talk about stuff. You know, you can have like a gag talk. Just don't make that your everyday thing, is what I would say, because then you just bring down the whole room. Right? This was that right there. That was our own guy talk. Learned a lot, right? I remember this one Triax stream where some dude hijacked the stream, talked about what a sad boy and so he was. Since you brought that up, it's a lot like what every Sonic Soul stream is now. Now I'm being disingenuous because I haven't seen a full Sonic Soul stream ever. I've only ever seen out of context clips. So I myself here may be acting in bad faith to Sonic Soul. But anytime I see a Sonic Soul clip, it's not like the modern day Rekieta clips where it's just him being a sad sack, talking about how he is schizophrenic, paranoid, and he has all this shit to deal with in real life and how he can't get a fucking job. It's just wild, man. Don't make that a part of your content. And don't drink on stream and talk about how you can't afford Hardee's to kill yourself with. Yeah, it's called being a sandwich shop.
Rants
Thank you, Knock.
about kiwi farmers who are messaging him for help because they want to kill themselves. I mean, number one, let's be honest here. Can you even trust anything? Like, he actually, it sounds to me like he's believing this person who's messaging him, right? It very well could.
I would actually argue from the way he's going about it, it could be that Rekieta understands that it's not real and that's why he's trying to fuck with them, but still erring on the side of, well, it could potentially be real. So even though it's from Kiwi Farms and likelihood it's probably just someone messing with me to get like a troll clip out of me, like he's still falling for it by even responding at all. But I believe he is acting this way because he has like a sort of whimsy about it because he knows there's a high chance it's not real. Therefore, he's trying to be funny about it, but still erring on the side of caution.
Be the reason they're messaging him is that hopefully he's going to talk about this and give attention to it. That's what they do.
And then it's gonna turn. It's gonna get turned into a clip on a troll channel that people get sent to you.
Line and sinker bought into this,
and so are you
believing it.
Dude, DSP talking about himself right there too. DSP is falling for the narrative being presented by illicit clips.
Know that he's a mess,
and
he
I like
drinks
illicit
and he
clips.
talks about shit like this on his streams, and now they're
That's
getting
what she's
exactly
doing.
what they want out of him. He's making the content that they designed for him to make with this setup. Do you see?
Okay, what do you think? Riddle me this, chat. What do you think the person who submitted this video wanted out of Dave? Listen to what he just said, and then ask yourself what the person who submitted this specific video to Dave on a week that DSP talked about Rekieta and got like a massive W over him. What did the person submitting the video want out of Dave? Let me play that over again. Because he tries to be a smartass here.
Messaging him is that hopefully he's going to talk about this and messaging him for help because they want to kill themselves. I mean, number one, let's be honest here. Can you even trust anything? Like, he actually, it sounds.
It is so, dude, it's so messed up because he's like halfway there. He's like halfway there, but he thinks he's so holier than thou that even he can recognize the trapping, but he himself cannot realize that he himself is also susceptible to the very same trapping.
To me, like he's believing this person who's messaging him, right? It very well could be the reason they're messaging him is that hopefully he's going to talk about this and give attention to it. That's what they do.
Huh. I wonder if the person who submitted the video on a week where you felted Rekieta and made fun of him, unintentionally or not, you were pretty cocky during that rant, I gotta say. Kino Casino was giving you W's. Everyone on the Ralph side said you were getting W's. People over here, the DSP sector said, well, you know, it's kind of hypocritical coming from you, Dave, but I guess it was pretty funny because we also hate Rekieta. But you know, it couldn't possibly be the person submitting the video wanted you to react to it and feed more fuel to the fire, huh? Whoa, it's Ann Leet the guy. DSP should be completely okay with clip channels presenting video clips in such a way to make DSP look like an incompetent buffoon who is only rude and angry and never does anything positive. It's crazy. And it's crazy. Again, I'm saying this. Like he's like he's either halfway there or he understands it but is like pretending not to, because he is falling for the same trap. Like, he cannot say shit when Casino does another segment and watches like a Duty clip or a Snort Brunel clip where they take DSP out of context, right? What can he say when you watch a Snort Brunel or a Duty clip, or like a Hate Army clip or something, whatever the fuck? Because he wouldn't be able to say anything because he's watching an illicit clips here. Illicit clips is Rekieta's Snort Brunel, the number one, the guy, right after Review Tech USA, the number two, Rue. I just can't believe it. How can he be so stupid? It's unbelievable. He has an inability to stop himself. It's such a shame. I think he understands it sort of, but cannot help himself to take the bait. You know what? And I hate to say this, but I think he kind of wants it too. I think he wants that smoke. You think he wants Rekieta to respond back to this so he can like respond back to him and then keep like a back and forth going like he was trying to do with LTG? Maybe that's my schizo theory. That's my Theo theory. But a part of me thinks, like, especially what people were saying earlier, I think it was Goki, I can't recall, that he had like sort of a smile going on. Why would you entertain this at all? Think about it. Why even entertain it all? If he talks here about how like he knows this is a troll trap for Rekieta, then he has to understand it's a troll trap for him too. So why is he enabling it? Why is he furthering it? I thought DSP was the bigger man. I thought he didn't talk about drama at all. Wouldn't DSP just not even accept this clip? What about the Dan Schneider shit from a few weeks ago? DSP was mad enough to not even entertain that shit. But we're too grown up. Philip Burnell of Rent in Washington is too grown up to comment on like PDF files in the children's entertainment industry. We can't comment on that. We're too grown up. We're mature adults. We don't want to talk about that. We didn't grow up with Drake and Josh. We can't comment about PDF files. Sorry guys. But we can comment about on fake internet YouTube lawyers because 4 years ago they made fun of me in my bankruptcy. Because that's all it is. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Some of you say it too. DSP is a telltale character. He will always remember. He will always forget. He will never forget. He's like anonymous. Oh, I remember that. DSP does not forget the bankruptcy from 4 years ago. He certainly doesn't forget Rekieta talking about it. So now when he's able to get like a fire shot back at Rekieta, he's gonna do it. Even if it means he's gonna walk into the same trap. Same thing with Pro Jared. Same thing with all these other people he takes slice at. Keemstar and like Wings Redemption. Did Wings come into his chat during the Elden Ring stream? DSP automatically assumed that Wings was there to make fun of him, because why the fuck else would you go to a DSP stream other than to make fun of him? Same thing with Boogie. He's just peak Mr. Petty. It is extremely petty.
That's what trolls do.
Ah, yes, and we can forget the Cannon brothers.
So he very well could have been like hook, line, and sinker.
Not DSP,
into
though.
this.
You can never bait DSP,
And
never.
he's believing it because they know that he's a mess and he drinks and he talks about shit like this on his stream. And now they're getting exactly what they want out of him.
You looking in a mirror? They're getting exactly what you want out of you.
For him to make with this setup, do you see?
Dude, this very segment right here is gonna be like a Kino Casino segment, a Mad at the Internet segment. Everyone's gonna talk about it. I'm talking about it. I'm enabling it by me doing a segment on it. How many other people are gonna talk about this segment in the sectors, the detractor sphere? DSP is feeding us.
Fell for the trap.
You fell for the trap, motherfucker.
Seems like to me.
And I hate to make it look like I'm capping for Rekieta here, because I'm not. This really was a bad segment. This was not a good look for Rekieta. And I want so badly to be on that ironic train, that irony train with the Ralpha sector people. I want to give DSP that crown and call him King fucking Dave and watch him dab on Ralph and dab on Review Tech and dab on Rekieta. I want to be right up there ironically dabbing with PvP and his fat ass. But I can't. I can't, because I'm like an artist on the Phil side of things, right? I gotta call out the hypocrisy here. DSP fucking sucks, man.
Right? Because honestly,
right.
if you were someone who needed help, are you going to start texting a random YouTuber you probably don't like because you think they're a lol cow? I mean, what? Right?
Yeah, it probably wasn't real, Phil. But do you think Rekieta understands it or not? That's why he was like fucking around with the guy?
What is this nonsense? And block it? Why would you entertain it?
Why would you entertain this?
This is insanity. This is so far removed from anything I would be involved in.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure.
what the holy hell
DSP
is
has
this
never
guy
done
doing?
anything like this ever.
Right? Let's. I'm
What
just
is he
curious,
doing?
it's a 30-minute
Ah, yeah,
video.
time
Let's
to skip.
Fast forward into like 10 minutes in.
Ah,
right?
yes. Nice
And
even
let's see what
number.
happens. All right, let's hit. He just have he has drinking more. You not hear him already? He's drinking
Wait
more.
till Phil finds out what's off camera.
What the fuck? All right, let's hit it at 10 minutes and see what happens here. Okay. Oh my god.
Hey, Saru.
I thought,
I'm watching this for like semi-blind, watching it for the first time, semi-blind, Saru. I'm kind of on one with this. I was saying I want to be up there with the casino and the Ralpha people, like talking about how this is totally a Dave W, and Dave won, and he's dabbing on Rekieta and Review Tech and Ralph and all them. But I can't really. I can't really, because there's too much hypocrisy to this shit. It's almost crazy how DSP talks about how Rekieta just walked into a trap as he walks into the trap set up by the person who submitted this to him.
why would this man save me from death? Death at my own pathetic hands. And John, look, I got it. You were probably
DSP misunderstands the clip.
like a woman
It's nothing new.
because you could never succeed.
Doesn't help that
at
he's skipping
committing
through it now
suicide,
either.
because that would make you a man.
That's my issue with the casino's perception of Dave. It's ironic. Don't believe that it is that they genuinely believe that DSP is a hero and all of this. They do shit on DSP. Those segments just don't get clipped because they don't do any particularly long segments where they make fun of Dave. But I listen to the show. They do in fact mock Dave. It's all in jest. But the thing is, it's kind of like the the enemies of my friends or friends of my enemies. Keep your enemies close and your friends and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. It's too late for me to like recite the exact phrase. It's kind of like that. They just hate Rekieta and Review Tech that much more. Look, I mean, DSP never had a porn channel on a public Discord server with like suspicious images, right? Far as we know. DSP never had like a suspicious Dropbox leak that he attempted to blame on random Canadians. DSP is only hero to people who want to mock everyone else. Exactly. You said it better than I could. I try to enjoy it like from that perspective too. But at the end of the day, I gotta be like Mr. Reality here. I gotta like I gotta wake up out of Neverland. DSP is not really King Dave.
What the?
But you gotta admit, sometimes it is pretty silly when someone. I was saying this earlier when I started the stream. Sometimes you need the messenger. The message matters, yes. Sometimes the messenger can dilute the message, but sometimes the message is that much stronger when it's from someone so ignorant, so hypocritical, and saying it with such absolutely unearned conviction and unfounded confidence. And I think that's why the first Rekieta rant resounded. I think that's why the first Rekieta rant resonated with so many people. Why it was so funny, because DSP was just so confident despite knowing absolutely nothing at all about the situation. He was just so he just wielded his words with such conviction and refused to back down even when challenged constantly by people giving him money. It was just so ridiculous that it was almost harmonic. It was harmoniously humorous and nonsensical all the same.
What?
Yeah, it's where the DSP outlived another meme came from.
What?
They big ups DSP
What
to
did
make
he
everyone
just
else look
say?
worse. It's really not that DSP is getting dubs, but that everyone around him is taking L's so big that they lower those other people lower than Dave.
Yo.
Let me rewind that because I keep talking.
Because that would make you a man.
Oh, is this joke?
Own pathetic hands. And John, look, I got it. You were probably going to try to commit suicide like a woman because you could never succeed at committing suicide because that would make you a man.
What?
Again, if that was by anyone else, it probably would have been pretty funny.
What? Huh? What?
You guys think he pre-screened this with reactions like that? I don't know. I can see that as a genuine reaction, but a little bit played up. Because I think he's done with his sermon part of the segment, so we're kind of just laughing at him now.
What did he just say? What? Yo, when you guys gave me the LTG videos of him saying insane things about women and
Chalky milk.
men, and then he's humping and shit.
Yeah, Rekieta looks like this all the time now.
I thought
You want to see what he used to look like?
That. What did he just say? I don't even know how to
Compare and
respond to
contrast. Literally night and day.
Batman says, I don't think you're allowed to drink like this on YouTube. I don't know, are you? On YouTube, I
It'll
got
look
a few
better once
shots,
DSP
I had a few
unpauses it.
drinks. I got a little sloppy, right? And yeah, I've even back when I was on Twitch.
Whoa!
I got into
Whoa! Out
trouble
of
because during
nowhere,
Christmas
it is the Cerulean 86 therapeutic 100 Bachir to make me happy and not miserable on Nico de Mayo. We are now entering 15 days of no 1 Minute Man and Sisters in Shambles. And Sisters in Shambles. Cerebro stay winning. 5 Dingus subs coming soon. That's right. If you don't know a thing or two, but you need to know a thing or two, Cerulean 86 and Anli are having a competition, if you will, on whether or not 1 Minute Man will return. We have 15 days remaining. 1 Minute Man needs to come back for the next 15 days. If so, I get 1 sub. If he does not return, Cerebro stay winning, and I get 5 Dingus subs. Those subs could potentially go to you, Rue, if you don't already have one. Hey, Wiggle Bottom. I'm watching this segment you may or may not know about. Yeah, big ups. Thank you for the 100 Bachir. It's really raising my mood.
I said a word. I was trying to impersonate a person who's a bad streamer, and then I said a word that I shouldn't have said when I was drunk.
Oh, is that the F slur H word
what
moment?
You don't do when you're a streamer, but I said it, and then I got in trouble. Like Twitch yelled at me, like, "Why did you do that? Here's a warning for what you did, or whatever." Right? But this is like uncontrollable
1 Minute Man
alcoholism
overdose
at this point. Like what he's saying. Dude,
I will not confirm nor deny that because I don't know if he did.
I'm gonna fast forward again. I don't think I want to watch the whole thing. I'll just fast forward one more time.
I
go
bet
to the
you
20
don't.
minute mark.
You
Maybe
already
every 10 minutes
pre-screened
he says
all of
something
it.
more. Dude, he's barely. Look at this. Dude, he's almost falling. He's falling. He's falling out of the chair. Dude, he's barely sitting up. How drunk is he?
DSP never fumbled on stream
What
before.
is going on?
Wow, he knows.
All right, I'm gonna play for the 20 minute mark.
They'll do that. And then when it's gone and they can't have another sip, they go,
Take a fucking sip.
"Motherfucker, you betrayed me.
Sleazy
You
asshole."
betrayed me." You're like, I didn't betray shit. Like, I just offered you a nice thing. Took it or you didn't took it. We'll always frame it as betrayal. You know why?
Why?
Failure stems from their inability.
All right, I'm not gonna watch
Dude,
it anymore.
Rekieta-
It's
Rekieta was
a
just
guy,
off
he gets
one,
on stream,
man.
He gets so drunk, he just rants about nonsense.
I'm telling you,
And it's
the
like
whole
offensive shit.
we've seen
Wow.
the whole clip before. It is bad.
I don't know, man. Just has no.
I know it is a troll title, but I truly is Rekieta's the worst of Rekieta. I don't think it got any lower than this.
One had an intervention with this guy.
You want to
and
call
like, dude, this
DSP
is not what you should be
sway?
doing? Like, are you out of your mind? Like, I don't know. This is the video, right, from 2 months ago, and of course, this is probably one of his detractors, correct? So
Oh,
they purposely
okay.
selected this video.
Oh, okay. Now you understand. So he did. He does know. He does know. I had that whole fucking preachy segment earlier. He knew the whole time, but he still said what he said anyway. He still treated it. He still said, Rekieta makes content. This is Rekieta's content, huh? Rekieta makes content like this, huh? Then says after the video that he understands it's a detractor video that's like clipped in a way that's supposed to make you hate Rekieta.
To be something that will make
Dude,
him
I
look
wanna
bad.
say
And
slurs,
it
man.
surely does. Okay, you can't
King
deny.
Dave, my
I don't think
fucking
he would
ass.
deny that this doesn't make him look bad. It does, right? But if this were the case, did he see this and be like, all right, definitely.
Ah, yes.
we're
He'd be
not
like,
going to-
he
I'm never
hop on
gonna
a
do this
DSP
ever
stream.
again. Like I've learned that was the absolute bottom of, for me. Like for me during the Christmas marathon when I drank.
Now
and
we
I
just
said
talk
that
about
word, I was
ourselves
like, all
again.
right, from now on, I can't be doing that.
We
I
felt
have
them
to,
and then talk
be
about how
careful
we had a similar situation,
about what I'm
except
doing on my
we
stream, 'cause
improved
this is
for the better.
professional, This is my job. I can't be punished for being stupid on a stream because I'm drinking. And that's why I only will have a few
Why?
shots or a few drinks during a marathon when I'm already here doing a whole day of content. I'm eating and stuff. You know what I mean?
Eat
I mean,
delicious
this is
dim
insanity.
sum.
If he thinks this is content, right?
Right.
Like this is, and he's a lawyer, by the way.
Lawyer, by
you
the way.
know?
You know? Right?
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. Okay. Is that really how that ends? He's a...
Content, right? Like this is, and he's a lawyer, by the way.
That's how the segment ends. He's a lawyer, by the way. I love how he's not a lawyer when we gotta make fun of him, but when we gotta like critique him for real, for grown-up ass critique, we gotta call him a lawyer. Now he's a lawyer when we gotta call him out on like bad shit, like his alcoholism. You're a lawyer. It's like tantamount to calling him a grown-ass man, which actually DSP is a grown-ass man too. He's a grown-ass man calling out another grown-ass man. So he's a lawyer only when it counts for his argument. That particular argument that he's making that particular day, it didn't count a few days ago when he was being a cocky dickhead during the pre-stream, but it counts now. Yeah, interesting.
You know, he's a lawyer.
Slap that leg.
Wow.
That's nuts.